Now, the death of George Floyd in the US has reverberated around the world. We heard earlier in the programme about the debate in France over police tactics, and the Black Lives Matter movement continues to raise difficult questions about institutional racism and how we, as individuals and society, respond. Greg Bunbury is a London-based graphic designer and has created the social initiative Black Outdoor Art. During the month of August, he called on black artists to repurpose advertising space for black expression in support of Black Lives Matter. Well, Greg joins me live, and so does Samuel Mensah, one of the artists who took part in the project. Thank you both for joining us on Focus on Africa. Greg, I'll come to you first. How important was it for you to put on a project like this, and how did you choose who would take part?
Well, the project was vital. Essentially, it was initiated by outdoor media agency Brotherhood Media and myself, following the events earlier this year that sparked the conversations around Black Lives Matter, and in recognition of the inequality surrounding us in the media industry, Brotherhood wanted to do something to stand in solidarity within the black community. So after we connected and I designed a poster in tribute to the murders of Eric Garner and George Floyd, we decided to continue the project as an initiative, but I thought it should be bigger than any one designer or an artist. So then I called on the creative Black British community.
Now, Samuel, you have around 6 billboards in different locations across London. What reaction have you received from people seeing the billboards?
Yes, hello, Lisa. The reaction so far has been incredible, and it means a lot to see your work go up on a billboard anyway as a creative, but to have this powerful message, to remind people that black is still beautiful, it's the kind of thing that, we don't really get to see at all, when you're growing up in South London, walking on the street, seeing a message like that on a billboard being plastered, it really is a reminder, and it really is something that sort of drives home to you, so I'm honored to be part of the movement and to have created such a piece that resonates with people like this.
Now, Greg, you've had a few different artists take part in this. What impact do you hope that the billboards would have? What do you hope when people see these billboards? And we can see some of them now on the screen. What is the main hope behind this?
So the goal is to continue the conversation around Black Lives Matter and the structural institutional racism that still exists within our society. It's to encourage others to examine their own prejudice and bias, and to show black culture is not monolithic. We have a diverse array of perspectives and opinions, all of which are valid.
Mm-hmm. And on Sunday, in lieu of the Notting Hill Carnival that usually takes place this time each year in London, hundreds of anti-racism protesters took to the streets. As artists, what more do you think can be done to help raise awareness to the issues that many people are pushing for or calling for the changes that they want?
Well, essentially, what I want people to understand is that activism can take form in all ways. It can be an expression of art, it can be an expression of opinion, it can be how you utilize your social media, how you utilize whatever platform you have. All expression is valid in this case, and I hope that people take from this that they can make their voices heard too.
Now, Samuel, you're of British Ghanaian heritage. How influential is your culture in terms of the work that you produce?
Sure. The work I produce is very influential in the sense that I feel like everything I create is part of or an extension of my culture. So while I'm a designer and I dabble in digital design, I also do creative work that explores facets of my culture and identifies my past and my present and my future as well.
And what's next? What plans do you have next, Greg?
So what we're looking at now is ways to fund the project, to expand it and continue it, to hopefully take it to other cities within the UK and across the world, to hopefully really kickstart this movement around using these public spaces as an expression of art.
And you did this in collaboration with another media house. How easy was it for you to be able to put up these different billboards?
In terms of making it happen, the media company itself are a little smaller than some of the other players, so there's maybe a little less red tape to get the billboards up. But the thing that was most important were the conversations that precipitated getting the billboards up. which the media agency should be commended for, because it's a real opportunity for everybody to kind of examine their place in this wider context of these issues.